Okay, sixth grade, here are some examples on how to subtract fractions and mixed numbers. So what we'll do is we'll start out with this first example right here. And you first notice that you need to have a common denominator. You can't ever add or subtract fractions unless the denominators are the same. So we'll make some equivalent fractions right here. And 4 and 8 both go into 8. That would be the common denominator. And since this one didn't change, this one doesn't change. So put a 3 up there. We change the 4 to 8 by multiplying by 2. So we're going to multiply by 2 on top and get 6. And then we look to see if we can subtract. We have 3 on top here and 6 on top here, and you can't say 3 minus 6. So what we need to do is we're going to come over here, borrow from the whole number, make it a 2, and then we'll make this 3 right here and 11. And remember, you get that by add the denominator to the numerator, and that makes your new numerator. So 11 is our numerator, and now we can subtract. 11 minus 6 is 5. So we have 5 eighths left over, and then we come over here and we do our whole numbers, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So 5 eighths is our answer. Okay, so looking at this next one, 6 minus 5 and 6 sevenths. This time you can see that there is no fraction right here. So we can't take a fraction away from nothing, so we need to borrow. So I'll borrow from the 6, make it a 5, and we're going to put a fraction up here that's equal to 1. You always want this fraction to be the same denominator as what's on the bottom. So it's going to have a denominator of 7, and the fraction equal to 1 that has a denominator of 7 is 7 sevenths. And then we can subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1, the denominator is 7. And then we just have 5 minus 5, which is 0, so again we have no whole number left, so our fraction answer is just 1/7. Looking at this next one, again the first thing we need to do is come up with a common denominator, and 5 and 10 both go into 10, so I'll put 10 on the bottom. This doesn't change, so the 7 doesn't change. And then 5 times 2 is 10, so 4 times 2 is 8. And then we look at our numerators, and we can say 8 minus 7. We don't have to borrow from the 12 this time. So we just do 8 minus 7, which is 1/10. And then we can just do 12 minus 3, which is 9. And so the answer is 9 and 1/10. Again, we didn't cross this off and borrow from it because you could say 8 minus 7 without having to borrow. So we didn't need to borrow, and we just do 12 minus 3 is 9. Looking at this last one, again we see that we have to have a common denominator, and the common denominator of 4 and 12 is 12. So put 12 on the bottom of both of those. This 12 doesn't change, so the 5 doesn't change. And we go 4 times 3 to make 12 up here, so we need 1 times 3. So this is 3 right here. Or I'll erase this. We did 1 times 3 to get 3. Okay, now we look at the numerators, and we have 3 and 5, and we can't say 3 minus 5. So we're going to come over here and borrow from the 6, make that 6 a 5. That 3 becomes a 15, again because we add numerator and denominator together. So you take the 12, add it to the 3. That makes our new numerator, and we get 15. So now we can subtract. 15 minus 5 is 10. And we get 10 over 12, and then we'll subtract here. 5 minus 2 is 3. Now if you look at this answer, you can see that 10 over 12 is not reduced all the way. So we need to reduce that, and we're going to do that by dividing them both by 2. Okay, I'm going to put my whole number over here, the 3. And now 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So that is the final answer on that one. And that's it. Just let me know if you have any questions or if you get stuck, and I'll be happy to help. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.